What's up, guys? This is Ryan Johnson with moneybass.com, and today we're going to go over a quick tutorial on your electronics. And what we will be focusing on today is going to be the auto settings versus the manual adjustments that you can make. And when this comes up, you want to remember to hit the menu key. We're just going through the boot up screen, and then you want to go to simulator, hit the right arrow, and from there hit the exit key, and now we are in simulation mode. Let me just exit out of that, give it a second to update, and from here we're going to press and hold in the menu key, and the view button, and then that will bring up the menu screen, which will allow you to go straight to the shortcut to access. And let's go to Mega Live View. We'll take a look at Mega Live View, and we'll also look at Sonar and downscan views also, and just take a quick look at the auto settings that I generally use the majority of time when I'm out on the water, and I want to make sure I am able to quickly access those and make the changes that I need so that I'm able to continue fishing or scanning and locating the area or the structure that I am currently taking a look at. So from here, we're just going to hit the right arrow key, and then that will bring up the Mega Live View. So from here, let's hit the menu button once and just go down to, let's see, so there's an auto setting right here. So for this, when I'm actively out on the water, I won't leave that on auto. I will put that on forward view. I mainly use the forward view because it allows me to see back behind the boat a little bit, and obviously I can see what's out in front of me. So I'll leave that on the forward view, and I do not put that Mega Live mode on auto. I'll place that on forward. If you're going to use the down view, then just try putting it on the down view. But again, guys, these are just tips that you can try and practice with whenever you're out on the water or whenever you're at home, so that you can become more proficient with whatever method suits you best. So let's see. So we currently have that on forward. So let's go down. Let's see. Contrast, dynamic contrast. There we go. So forward range. So we have forward range and down range, and these are the three settings within the Mega Live menu that can pretty much be set on auto. And for each one of those, I do not leave those on auto. I just get used to being able to come in here very quickly and making adjustments on those. I just wanted to scan through those real quick just to show you that those were the only three that have the option to go on auto. So we have forward mode, forward display mode, and for that, let's see. So for this one, you can set the angle for what you needed at, but actually this one is one that I do leave on auto, and this is pretty much the only option that I will leave on auto. I've been running it like that so far, and I haven't ran into any issues with it. But one of the things that you want to avoid, and this is an issue that I've seen a few of the guys put messages about in some of the forums and things like that, on Facebook, different areas, but they will have their system will lock up every once in a while. And one of the things that has been mentioned on numerous occasions where I've seen people that have come in and had the same issue and how they fixed it is they went in and they took their settings off of auto. So anything that was on auto, they just went and changed those to the manual settings and put those to a range where they felt comfortable with. So that is a way to avoid that issue. If you've been running into that issue, I haven't had that issue, and more than likely it's because I haven't been using the auto settings. And that could just be from having more of the processor speed being used, if it's doing constantly adjusting on its own as far as auto setting. But let's go ahead and take a look at the forward range. So depending on how far I'm going to be looking out, right then it was on auto. So let's go ahead and dial that in. So it was on auto, set out to 60. So for me, I'd rather put it on manually go out here to 60, 65, and I will leave that whenever I'm searching, basically. But once I locate an area where I'm going to fish, I will quickly come back in here and I will set this down to maybe 40 to 50 feet, something like that, to allow me to focus in on the area that I plan on fishing once I locate the structure or fish that I want to target. Then I will go to the down mode. So as we can see, we're sitting in 20, what is that, about 30. Let me exit out of that real quick. So this number right here is kind of bouncing all over the place. But as an example, we can just look right here and see that we're currently sitting in 15 feet of water. So what I will do in that case is I will hit the menu button and I will go down to downrange. And instead of it being on auto, which is probably why it's bouncing around like that, I will take it and go out to, if it's at 15 feet, I may go to around 17 to 20 feet, something like that, as long as it allows me to see the bottom, and then it gives me more area that it is able to focus in on. So for example, like you can see the bait going down here. Again, this is simulation mode, but you guys definitely want to play around with this out on the lake to use it to get better views and just help you out on the water. All right, so that's downrange. And like I said, those are the main three auto settings, well, settings that have the auto option on the Mega Live screen. And again, the forward mode display, the forward display mode, I do leave that one on auto because that one just deals with the angles, and that from my understanding, that's more so dealing with the angle of the transducer, just kind of offsetting it to get everything leveled out for you. But again, I just leave that on auto. Haven't had any issues with that. All right, so the other thing that we want to take a quick look at is the sonar and the down imaging. And those are two options that I also will set those in the manual setting also. So let's go ahead and exit out of that menu. Then we will hit the view button over here and we just hold this in, and then the menu button will come up, and now we can go to sonar, hit the right arrow key, and now we're just going to go down to DI and 2D view. Hit the right arrow key, and there we go. So right now, obviously, it's not dialed in or anything like that. So you see, we could go in and adjust the sensitivity, contrast, things like that if we wanted to, but that is not what we're focusing on right now. What we want to take a look at is, let's hit the menu button, and we see that it's highlighted. So right now it's on the right side, so it's going to be on the down imaging side. And let's scroll down on here, the lower range. As you can see, it is set on auto. And if you watch this, you can see it's kind of adjusting on its own, going up and down. What I would do with this is I would go ahead and take this and move it out on my own manually to the depth that I plan on targeting. Let me see, so that I can see the bottom. I can just see the bottom area. Sometimes if I'm going to be scanning areas and need to see a little bit more, just in case I may go a little deeper into some deeper water or something like that, I may go down a little bit deeper, but I will leave it on this screen right here. So let me exit out of that. So let's say if I need to quickly come in and make an adjustment again, as far as the downrange, I can hit the menu button and it is still on there. So I can quickly, if I need to drop out, let's say I'm about to go a little deeper, I may take it out to 70 feet. I could pop it back to 55 or whatever water depth that I need. And the same thing if I needed to adjust it on the sonar side. So either way, as you can see, it's going to be adjusting both of those. But sometimes I may run full sonar, sometimes I may run full down scan. But you just want to get familiar with that menu, because that is something that you want to change on the fly a lot. So let me exit back out of there. So all we would do is, let's say if we were just running the sonar, you would hit menu, then you would come down to your lower range. Well, actually, let's see, it's still on the right side. So you would go to active pane. You want to change that to the left-hand side. And let's go down to lower range. And that was not set on auto, but let's just see if we go all the way back to the left on there, taking it all the way down. And there we go. So that's the auto setting. And as you'll see, this will move up and down on its own. It basically adjusts based on the depth of the structure or the depth of the bottom on its own. But like I said, I hit the right arrow key on that and take that to the depth where I feel comfortable, or where I actually need it to be based on what I'm trying to accomplish at the moment. All right, so let's just bring that back up there. So that's it. So pretty much just wanted you guys to take a look at those auto settings and just get familiar with being able to go into the menu, locate those auto settings fairly quickly, and make the adjustments that you need. And the reason that you want to practice this is because maybe it's a tournament situation, or maybe you're just out there on a windy day, rough day, anything like that, and you still want to be able to get to these settings, make the adjustments that you need, and get right back to fishing. So remember, the other way to hit those shortcuts is you want to hold in that view button, go to Sonar, go to the right arrow key, and then you just scroll down to whichever view that you want to take a look at. So there we go, back to the Mega Live view, and you can see how we adjusted our settings a little earlier. We set the down range to about 17 feet, and we set the forward range, I think, to around 45, 50 feet. But again, you just hit that menu button real quick, and you can go down here real quick and just make adjustments. Forward range, let's kick it back out to, say, 70 feet. All right, so there we go. Forward range and down range. Those are the two settings that you will be playing around with a lot whenever you're out there trying to make your adjustments on the fly. All right, guys, hope that quick tip helped you guys out. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. If you have any additional questions, or you just want to leave some comments about your experiences out on the water with the auto settings, or just in general with using your electronics, please put those questions or comments down in the comment section. And I pretty much answer everybody's comments, or reply to everybody's comments, guys. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. Hope this helped you out, and I will see you guys on the next one.